Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President of the University of Southern California, Stephen B. Sample.
Good morning. I want to thank each of you for being here this morning, and I should like to extend a special welcome to the distinguished governmental representatives who are here. On behalf of the entire University of Southern California, I thank you for your participation. Also in attendance this morning are teachers from our Southern California community and representatives of organizations and universities from around the world. I should like to take this time to express my appreciation to the distinguished scholars on our discussion panels. We look forward to hearing your thoughts on China and its relationships with the United States. I also want to introduce the USC trustees who are here. I'd ask them to stand and stay standing. First, Mrs. Ann Hill, Mr. Herb Klein, and Mr. Gail Ben-Susan. Thank you. I should also like to salute a longtime USC supporter whose generosity helped make this conference possible. Mr. Leonard Sands is a Trojan parent who is a member of the Board of Counselors of our Annenberg School for Communication and a member of President Bush's Export Council. Mr. Sands, would you please stand so that we may recognize you?
Mr. Sands is not here yet.
Oh, I take it back. As you know, this is the first conference held by our new USC Us-China Institute. Last May in China, we announced our plans to create this institute. One of the advisors to the US-China Institute is someone I introduced just a moment ago, USC trustee and alumnus Herb Klein. Tonight's keynote lecture is named after Herb. Mr. Klein played an important role in the success of our trustees' trip to China last May, and he is contributing significantly to the success of this new US-China Institute. The USC US-China Institute is unique because of its location and its university-wide scope. Many universities have Asian research centers, but these centers usually focus on Asian history or the humanities. The USC US-China Institute has a much broader scope. Its focus is on modern China and the rapid changes taking place there. These changes range from economic to social trends and from cultural to political trends. I should note that outside the academy there are think tanks and other groups studying modern China and its relationships with the United States. However, elite research universities such as USC possess some distinct advantages. These include their expertise on China in a broad range of disciplines, their linking of research to teaching, and the combined talents of their top faculty, researchers, postdocs, and students. There are many reasons why USC created the US-China Institute. Some are obvious. They include globalization and the rapidly accelerating economy of China. But there are three attributes that I believe make this university a perfect fit with the US-China Institute. First, USC is a truly global university. Second, USC is located in the city that is the de facto capital of the Pacific Rim. And third, USC is dedicated to meeting the needs of both our students and society as a whole. Let me briefly touch on each of these points. First, USC is a global university. We've been educating international students for more than a century. And in fact, today, USC enrolls more international students and has more international alumni than any other American university. We have more than 3,000 alumni in China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. We currently have over 1,600 undergraduate and graduate students from these areas on our campus. Altogether, students from China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau represent the largest cohort of USC's international student population. USC has also established some important alliances. Our university is a founding member and was the founding home of the Association of Pacific Rim Universities, known colloquially as APRU. And the Pacific Council on International Policy is a premier nonprofit organization that has its headquarters on our campus. USC's connections to the Pacific Rim bring me to my second point, which is our location in Los Angeles. As many of you know, Los Angeles is a creative and cultural powerhouse. Its ports are America's busiest trade centers, and it's home to the largest Asian population in the United States. LA and Southern California have flourished in many ways because of the innovative research and the intellectual capital that USC and other neighboring research universities produce. I would add that USC is also contributing to and benefiting from the vitality of our Pacific Rim neighborhood. USC's third attribute is its goal on meeting the needs of both our students and of the global society in which we live. The Us-China Institute and the work that you accomplish here today will help USC fulfill its international goals. A few moments ago, I emphasized USC's top ranking in terms of international students. However, our students, both international and domestic, are well aware of how important it is for them to be prepared for life and work in a global society. For example, the number of USC students enrolled in Chinese language courses has doubled in just the last couple of years. We at USC are also building on our location in Los Angeles to meet societal needs, which in many cases are global in scale. As an urban paradigm for the 21st century, Greater Los Angeles is a microcosm of the larger world. A living laboratory of some 13 million people, it's an extraordinary place in which to study and conduct research in subjects such as education, law, urban planning, medicine, environmental quality, economic development, and energy. These are also some of the topics that you will be discussing today and tomorrow. The insights and expertise you provide during these discussions will spark new ideas and forge new alliances for your institutions and for the Us-China Institute. I'm delighted with the momentum of this young institute. It's less than a year old, but it has already accomplished much. The Institute is working closely with other USC schools and other research centers here, including the USC East Asian Studies Center and the USC Center for International Business Education and Research. It's funding the China-related research of our faculty in disciplines such as cinematic arts, social work, gerontology, and urban policy. And the Institute is advancing the community's understanding of East Asia through public performances, lectures, and training seminars for secondary school teachers in Southern California. These seminars on East Asian history and culture for private and public school teachers are being funded by grants from the Freeman Foundation. Using the knowledge that they gain from these seminars, these teachers, some of whom are with us today, will be able to engage their students in the life and culture of East Asia. Because of the support and talent of outstanding scholars such as you, I have high hopes for what this conference and the U.S.-China Relationship Institute will achieve. I don't have a crystal ball, but I believe I can safely predict that the future of the U.S.-China Institute is very bright indeed. The Institute will be a beacon attracting top scholars from around the world. It will be the go-to resource for students, policymakers, journalists, and governmental officials. And it will help build bridges that will broaden our understanding of the world and improve the lives of all people. So please accept my best wishes for an enjoyable and productive conference. Thank you.